Welcome back, space fans. Episode 6 needs no introduction. If you've stayed with us this far, you know what's going on. I'm going to quickly recap how our new third fleet and our second fleet, our old trusty second fleet, just took a pasting from a star base. They're on their way back to get repaired. We didn't even get the other 2 star bases around that peaceful forest planet. And we got interrupted because the Hive just attacked one of our recent expansion colonies. This was an independent colony of fellow Ikkuro that we just colonized, I would say, a year ago. And now they're under attack. The only good news is that colony does have some good ground defense. But you can see here the Hive attacked. We repelled them on the ground. But again, big threat here to our empire. The only good news is it's near our borders with the other empires near us, so maybe it'll go bother them after this. We're going to have to wait a while. I am going to rearrange some of my techs, so I'm going to let the game run on normal speed here. You're going to see we can get a lot of attacks by this guy, the Hive. There are many more of them, but this one in particular. I'm going to change the order to be starfighters because having starfighters is super important, keeps the other fighters busy, and they act as PD. And it's very cheap. I'm probably 15 days out, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to retrofit my ships. I think I actually will, and again, I'm not so focused on my hyperdrive, so I'm going to add some damage control. Let's see if that can be done pretty quickly, and I really need a new tech in weapons. I believe I'm at 3, so let me just jump to weapons here. Yeah, I'm only at 3 here. This is going to take a while anyway, but I'm going to go, well, I don't know. All right, maybe we'll leave it at 3. We'll keep going. All right, let's let it go. That could be a big mistake. It's going to take a while before we can fight these guys off anyway. I really want these 2 fleets. You can see third fleet's in a terrible state. Some of their ships are still back at the battle site. Maybe my constructors will be able to fix them. Maybe not, because there's some active enemy spaceports nearby. Okay, fighter research is done. So I think when I retrofit my destroyers, I'll add fighters to them. That will help me against the Hive. Let's just get them repaired first. It's going to take a while. Okay, I'm going to go to double speed here. Not much else is happening. Okay, that's just the pirates that we never made peace with up in this corner. All right. So while we're waiting, I just want to say thanks for all the comments. There are lots of stuff that I don't cover, or you guys have different approaches for doing it. That's excellent. There are a few things I don't know that well. All right, great. We got deep space damage control, and we're going to get these. This is special for my race, these rapid hull regeneration, so that's going to be helpful, I hope, I think. So anyway, back to your comments. So please keep the comments coming. They're excellent. Some good discussions going on there. Very helpful for people who do not want to, my play style is certainly not the only way to play. And I leave some things on the table. It's just the way I prefer to play it. And again, I am playing slightly different because this is a race I've never played before. But keep those comments coming. It's very helpful for all of our readers. And I encourage you to do look at the comments of other people and try them out, right? They have some very good advice on there, very good tips. And I learn something every time we do this. Okay, critical research failure. Not great, but it was pretty low. I don't think it had gotten that far. Another thing is too, when I'm playing by myself, I do play a little differently, right? I'm not trying to talk through the whole thing and tell you what's going on in my mind. And so I'm a little more aware of what's going on. I don't necessarily speed through it as fast, although I do an early game, and I'm watching things a little more carefully. But, I don't want to bore you at the same time. So, and I get bored too, right? If it's going too slow and I'm talking the whole time. Okay, there's some creatures over here. Again, minor problems. I really have to deal with this. All right, it looks like I think Third Fleet may have arrived at a spaceport and is getting fixed. You'll see the strength. Yep, the strength is already up to 5,000. So that's good. They're getting repaired. I could do the retrofit now, right? But I was going to try to wait for this. In fact, I think I have enough money to rush this. So let me go rush this. Yeah, 90,000. Nah, that's okay. As usual, I'm going to go check because I like to do things on manual here. Make sure that there's nothing else I want to be working on. My constructors have plenty to do here. Still, I don't want to deal with this later, and I always like to get fuel, as we've talked about. Yeah, that's enough to keep them busy. Okay, really focusing on combat here. Okay, second fleet looks like it's almost repaired. Now, what's most likely happen is, see these 42%, this 48%, these guys are still at the battlefield. In fact, you can tell, right, by just simply clicking on it. You can see the hyperdrive and reactors offline. You can see the planet behind it, right? Click on this ship. Well, if I double click on it, it'll take you back. Yeah, so these are a whole bunch of ships that never made it now. My constructors are fixing the ships. They're going to go retrofit now. So that's great. So looks like 2 of these guys. Yep, that's excellent. So, and I guess it's out of range of these, these space bastions, they're called. So they're able to repair them. That's great. I actually may have manually gone in and had them repair even more. But I didn't think I thought they might have been harassed by these guys, so I didn't even bother to. But again, a good third quarter of my fleet, or one of my fleets, probably third fleet, I think second fleet fared better, is still back at the battlefield getting repaired. So let's double click on third fleet to see how they are. Here's the remnants of the fleet, maybe about half the fleet. Oh, there's some more. And these guys are probably all repaired, right? So we're just waiting on those stragglers. I may not wait for them, but all right, the bulk of what I have left is repaired. Second fleet's in a little better shape. But again, between the 2 of them, I have about 10,000 strength. And that might be able to take on a Hive ship. But I'm going to, no, I really wanted to wait for this. Yeah, let me wait a little longer for this. And I do have to get my reactors better too, because I think I may have been hurting a little bit in energy usage. Yeah, someone mentioned about pirates paying off pirates. Yes, you can, and other independents too. You can share locations. There's a lot of ways to rush it a little faster than I do. That's okay. That's good. Some good tips online. So keep them coming. All right, another repaired ship here. That looks good. As soon as I get this to 100%, I'm going to redesign the ship. So we'll talk about that in a second. I do want to check my colonies, right? Because I do have some buildings here, right? This building has got halfway to go, right? This one's done. Good. So let's get rid of this, scrap that. And I probably want to start building them on here too. But because I'm going to be having a lot of maintenance from my fleet, I'm not going to jump the gun on terraforming these places. They desperately need it. And it will save me money in the long run. But I just want to see what's going on. Make sure I have enough money. And I may want to rush some more techs. So I'm not going to jump the gun to do that, but I did want to check my colonies. They are making some decent money here. There's my home making 75,000. That's great. All right. Some more fleets are getting repaired. I can see them. That's good. We're up to 7,000 and 4,000 here, so it's about 11,000. Okay, I haven't seen any Hive messages. I'm not really watching, but again, you can go to your threats here, right? And I like to do this by strength because that's what I really care about. And sure enough, there's no Hive. Let's see. Interesting. I don't see any Hive ship. Wow. Okay. So that's usually the threats here will tell me dangerous locations. Will tell me if there's a Hive ship or even if it saw one recently. So I'm a little surprised actually, but I can go directly to the colony where I know they were at. So they were at this colony. We'll double click, just take a look, see if there's any. No, they're gone. Yeah, and there's threats here. Yeah, I don't see the Hive ship. Sometimes if I zoom out enough, I'll see a color like a green for it. But I don't, and I'm not watching my messages very quickly, as I mentioned to you when I'm just talking about all these other topics. All right, we're almost done. I'm going to get to try out this new rapid hull regeneration. I'm excited about that, this organic hull technology. You guys may know, I haven't never played with it, so, I don't know how much this is going to help us. against torpedoes, which can damage the hull sometimes and get some armor pass through. Maybe it'll be helpful. If my ship is partially damaged, like you saw those derelict ships sitting there, there's a % chance each turn it'll start to repair itself. So definitely useful. I don't know how much it's going to make a difference in the battle against the Hive, or if I'm even going to be able to find the Hive anytime soon. Okay, yes, non-aggression treaty. Excellent. Don't want to miss that. And that always gives me a little boost. Okay, great. Almost there. And then we'll go to the ship design screen. I've been very lucky, right? I haven't had any major wars that did anything. I've had a quick Hive attack. They haven't seemed to come back. They will be back. We've got a little pirate trouble over here. I could even go into diplomacy and look to fix that, but I'm just too busy. But regardless of what's going on, I really need to get these fleets in better shape. And I'm going to do that by adding fighter bays to my destroyers. And this new hull regeneration technology. All right, great. So let's pause the game. Let's go to design. So again, if I already have an existing design here, I want to make sure it's on manual. I'm going to hit upgrade. That's going to automatically upgrade to the latest components. Sometimes it may even put the damage control. I don't see it here, right? See, yeah. So, all right. So I'm going to select the organic hull. After I select it, I can look at it. Okay, great. Yep. Destroy repair chance 1% per second. That's pretty good. Damage reduction is 45%. So when things go through and damage the hull, that's going to reduce that. That's great. All right, good. Weapons, right? So let me see if I can get as many medium torpedoes. And I also want to make sure I get a small star fighter bay. So that's pretty cool. All right, yeah, we're over. 610 is over. Okay, so I probably can't have all the mediums. Again, position of torpedoes don't really matter. Although I like these two front positions here anyway, but they'll curve around. Any seeking weapon will do that. So I've got 20 left. So let me look through my weapons. Remember, all components here, you always want to use latest per category. That's a big help. Reduces everything. And is there a good weapon for 20? Not really. I may take 2 more PD, actually. We are going to be facing the Hive, and they tend to have a lot. Now, this position does matter. I'm going to put one in the back here. And, yeah, one up front. And I've already got a third one center, yeah. All right. So this ship is definitely better than our previous destroyer. Oh, I didn't even look over here. We've got one defect. I don't think we're going to be able to pull this off because I'll need too much crew. So I'll take one of these off. Yeah, and see, if I put a new crew system in, I won't have enough for the buckler. So really, I'm stuck with 2 PDs, 2 torpedoes, and a starfighter bay. But that's okay. All right. I could take some armor off or one of the shields off, but I'm gonna leave that. Okay, and there's our version 2. All right. And so I'll just force upgrade, force retrofit my fleet here. Again, I don't have a cruiser, so I don't have to worry about this ship upgrading, so I don't have any other cruiser designs. Let's upgrade these to the latest. Let's let the game run. And meanwhile, I'll keep researching my fast jump hyperdrives. Quick check on my colonies. All right, I'm at 14,000 here. I'm not seeing any major threats. I think I'm going to take this colony here. Nope, that already has it. This one here. Oh, he already has terraforming too. Okay. So this one doesn't. Right. So I desperately need terraforming here on this new colony. So I'm going to build my terraforming building. Okay. I am going to go back, though, and make sure that these have administration centers. Yes, they do. This one doesn't, so I think I'll build that here. And yeah, I'll put one here too. All right, let's check on our fleets. Third fleet is retrofitting. Yeah, I should improve my frigates too, right? There may have been some new technology since then. So let's go back and do that. Make sure my frigates, which I'm not going to use much after this. All right, let's upgrade those. 444. Yeah, I think that's okay. All right. It may not have upgraded anything, right? I wasn't paying that close attention to see what's upgraded. I can't really fit the damage control unless I took something else off here. I really don't want to, so I'm not going to do it. So they won't get that new technology because I just can't fit it. All right, but it is upgrade to version 3. So if there was some small change, or then maybe I just have to refresh the screen. Yeah, probably. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So I'm going to retrofit second fleet as well. They're at the 2 different spaceports. Good, because I don't want to have to deal with them both retrofitting at the same spaceport. All right, we'll take that protection treaty from these guys. I think that was the pirates up here. So that's good. So maybe they're not going to have that many more attacks on us. That's great. All the action is going to be taking up here. So I'm going to probably move my fleets to these 2 colonies to see what's going on. I'm going to take a quick look if there's any new colonies I may want to. I'm stretched pretty thin. Yeah, these independents. I might want to grab this independent here. The suitability is very high here. Okay, so let's talk to them. I don't know if I've already talked to them yet. Let's take a look. I think I have. We're going to send them a gift and get a free. Oh, good. Okay, we got them to 100%. All right. Now, I'm going to colonize this, but I'm going to be very careful because this will probably drop. And when the colony ship gets close, if I'm careful in monitoring it, I will stop it right before it gets there. And then move it in after I give it another maybe small gift just to get it back to 100%. Right now, it's staying pretty steady. Of course, you can click here and take a look, and it will tell you what's depreciating, right? So the gift I just gave them is depreciating. The new treaty, though, is helping. Yeah, okay. They may stay at 100%. We may be okay for a while. But I'll keep a close eye on it. So let's see if they've even built it. My colony ship. No, it's still under construction. Okay. Again, though, it's really going to stretch our resources, right? It's going to be pretty far to get things there. It may stretch our fuel a little bit. And of course, defense is going to be difficult with fleets so far apart. Yes, we're already doing that. And this hyperdrive is going to help me a little bit. There was a good discussion about hyperdrives. I know that the other ones are going to give me much better range, but I like the quick jumping out of a system. I've had so many troubles where I've had an enemy fleet move in on one side of the system. I've got ships on the other side of the system. By the time they jump there, the base is already lost or the battle's already lost. And so it's just a preference of mine. I'll sacrifice the range and the speed for the speed of initiation, right? For the getting off quickly when I tell them to move or when they're on auto and they're reacting. All right, let's check on our fleets. Oh, second fleet looks almost perfect. Great. Now, I'm going to add some destroyers to this. Again, I could use the fleet templates here, but I'm not going to yet. I'm just going to add a few ships here. But you'll see it's pretty tedious if I do. So I'm going to go to this spaceport that they're either at or heading towards. Okay. And I'm going to build a few destroyers just to complement that fleet there. There they are. So I'm going to build them manually. So you see, it's a little tedious. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to go to my ships and scroll down. And the bottom will have probably those 6 ships. Now, there's an issue. I'm going to pause again. There's an issue here because we're also repairing some damaged ships, right? You can see these were already in fleets. So what I can do here is say, let me filter this by destroyer and now go to the bottom. Yeah, I'm still picking up other ships that were probably damaged. So I'm guessing it's these 3, this one. I think I built 5. So one of these is part of that other. I don't know. Maybe not. Okay. So I'll grab these 2. But I don't know. Those ships may be from somewhere else. I don't think I built that many. But it's okay. Wherever they are, they'll join us if they're damaged, right, from the battle or something like that. Although they would be in a different fleet. So I don't think that's the case. But anyway, I'm going to join them to second fleet. And that will supplement second fleet. to have some destroyers because I didn't have any. All right, third fleet is almost back, actually. Look at this, 13,000. That's pretty strong. So a few more minutes. Again, I'm going to try to hit retrofit again. It may have been that some of these ships repaired and now they're capable of retrofitting. Want to see what's going on here? I can just click on the spaceport, double click. Try it again. Here we go. Oh, they're not here. They're on their way. Okay. Yeah, so sometimes even though they're at a spaceport, that spaceport may be too busy or not have the resources. So when I hit retrofit, it's going to take it somewhere else. Just have to be careful about that. See if it matters to you. Yep, I could upgrade the spaceport. I think I will before they get there. They might have something new in it. All right, now I don't have to wait for this. I could tell it to move to its new position here, right, at this colony that was under attack earlier, which seems like they're okay Devlin up here. But they are moving, and if I interrupt the retrofit, right, I could retrofit them here. Actually, I'm not sure I even have a base there. Let's go, right? Probably not, because probably the Hive took it out. So let's take a look. Yeah, there's no base here, so I'm going to rebuild one. Not a research base. Let's oh, there's not enough resource. I'm missing one hexadorium. Okay. Hexadorium is one of those things that we do miss a lot. So I do like to see how many sources I have. So if I go to resources, hexadorium. Yeah, there's none on my waiting list here. Let's see what we have already. So mining locations, hexadorium. I have 3. Okay. Let me see where they are approximately. Let me hit delete. 1 right in the heart. Okay, 2 and 3. That's not bad. Okay, we'll probably be fine. This one's to 20%. Yeah, it does say we have a shortage, so it's having trouble keeping this at all the different bases for ship construction. In this case, base construction. Let's see if it's been... yeah, okay, good. So, oh, I wanted to put the location, right? So I'm going to go here. I'm going to put it closer to here. I'm going to build a medium spaceport. Now, this is a little bit risky. If the Hive just suddenly shows up again and I have no fleets here to defend it, I just wasted all those resources and money. Yep, we know there's more Hive. Yep. But I'll take a little gamble there. All right, third fleet's looking a lot better. It's almost up to 13,000 strength. Second fleet is at 7,000 strength. All right, excellent. So I'm just going to right click and set my home base for third fleet, even though that won't affect this retrofit. That's still going to keep going. One way to see how many more you have to go is click on the spaceport, not this spaceport, but click on the spaceport where they are getting retrofitted, right? So I'll double click here and click here. Oh, there's only one more. All right, great. So it's third fleet. Somebody's still waiting to get here to retrofit. But if there was a long line of these waiting to go, if I clicked on the spaceport, it would show me a whole bunch of ships and I could know, yeah, there's a long way to go. You don't want to click that by mistake, right? 593,000 credits. That's a problem. All right, I don't know who we're waiting on exactly. Probably one of these guys. Let's see where they are. They might have been just repaired after that battle. So it's pretty fun, right? That after a battle where you had left ships behind, the constructor ships will attempt to repair your other damaged ships, right? So they'll slowly rejoin your fleet. Sometimes I just drop them, right? So sometimes I'll go here and say, forget it, you're still disabled, and I'm just going to leave the fleet and maybe even put them on auto, and then they'll just serve to escort other ships around or guard some of my bases. This way I don't have to deal with all those. Oh, here's the one being retrofitted. Okay, good. So I don't have to deal with all those, the stragglers, and I can really get a feel for my fleet, right? Because if I'm flying around and thinking those stragglers are going to be there, and I actually only have half the fleet, that's really of no value to me. All right, so third fleet's done with this mission. There are still some without fuel here, right? And yeah, they're not retrofitted either, so they must have just been repaired, perhaps. All right. And because when they get retrofitted, they'll usually get refueled. All right, good. Actually, I should have done that after I moved the fleet, right? So the enemy, not the enemy, one of the AI has a ton of ships here. In fact, two of them do. Oh, right. That's the independent. I guess they're thinking of taking this independent over. But they're just sitting here. See? So let's take a look. Yeah, we don't have enough scanners here to tell us what's going on, right? So it'd be nice to park a explorer ship here to see what's happening. But if it does switch ownership, that will become apparent. I'll let them deal with that. Oh, and I said I'd watch that colony ship very carefully. I haven't. Here they go. Right, they're heading there right now, but I think they're probably still at 100%, right? So let's take a look. Oh no, they're at 39%. Okay, so this could have been really dangerous. That's why we do this. I mean, normally I probably wouldn't have had it auto colonize. I would have just manually built a colonized ship. I think I did that earlier in the game. Have them pick up people, make sure it's the right race, of course, and then head there. Right, you can see no one, yeah. No one's that great here, but so I could have picked humans or Ikkuro. It wouldn't have mattered. And a good strategy would be just to pick the minimum amount of people just to get the colonization to happen. So, all right, be really careful. Here they come. All right, some really good discovery here. Okay, let's see if that's more research. Nope. All right, make sure you don't leave it like this. Make sure you have all resources or all resources, no asteroids. Yep, I'm running out of targets here, so let's get some more picked. Again, you could strategize this, make sure that they're close. I just don't have the interest right now. I'm just going to, I know these are all probably at the edge of my empire. And again, some people will say, oh, if you overextend it, it's going to tax your freighters too much. I really generally don't have any problems. If I do, then maybe I'll go back and scrap some of these, but I don't have any problems, and it keeps my structures busy, and it brings resources back to the empire, and it, of course, expands my influence slightly, right? This was a big one here, right? It's right up against two other players here. And by players, I mean AI empires, of course. All right, I'm going to send Third Fleet here. These last three ships, they'll get refueled eventually. But this is where the action's going to be, one way or another. So I'm going to have them come here. Now, I'm sending them to refuel even though the spaceport is not done, right? That's okay. I mean, in fact, I probably could do it here. I'll just have them refuel here. And you can check fuel by going on resource shortage. Yeah, there is none. So that's a problem. But whatever. They'll go. The tankers will keep them going. I'll deal with that in a little bit. They should have enough fuel, certainly, to get there and be able to defend for a short while. I do want to make sure we have tankers in Third Fleet. I think I do. Yeah, I have two. Not two mediums. Not great, but probably should put some more there. And there's been some complaint on the forums about how well they're working currently. I know that that's on one of the quality of life improvements they plan on doing, is looking at those and some other issues affecting logistics and fleets. So that'll be a great improvement. All right, that colony ship should be close. Yes, very close. I don't want to lock on him actually, but I did. Not so bad. Okay. Yeah, so right before he gets there, I got to be super careful, as you know. Yeah, I usually don't buy those, but I just did. Let's see. Oh, yep. So that increased my their relationship with me, and then I was able to get refueling rights, which is useful, which is good. They'll buy fuel from us. Why did they stop? Oh, no, they didn't stop. They had to stop over there. Okay, good. So we're almost here. Now, this is great. Somebody else has a mining station here, right? If that's at the system, I'm pausing here for a second. So if that's at the system, we will get it automatically. No, it's not. But we will be able to purchase this from them, right? You've seen me do that earlier in the game. Okay. So let's just let our ship get it. Here it comes. I could probably do this without even pause. If I just right click, tell these guys, send a gift. Small gift should be enough, I think. See if that did it. Oh, it didn't. Okay. So that was foolish. Might be enough. Let's see what happens. I should have done a medium gift, but 86% chance, 85% chance might happen. Again, if I wanted to be super careful, I would just tell this guy to wait, but I'm going to risk it. Come on, 80%. And as someone pointed out in the discussions, there is a formula for this to see how much it's going to increase it by. So I could have planned that better. It's more fun this way. Let's see what happens. 35%. Ooh, that's going to be tough. Percentages never seem to go your way at anything close to anything below 90. Yep, they did not like us. All right, it's not a big deal. We're just going to wait here. I'll refuel there just to have the fuel. It happens. Anything below, I think 90 never works, right? But it's not a big deal. I lost a little bit of money. We'll come back. This upsetness will wear off. And we'll get it soon enough. Colonize it soon enough. All right. Wow. Okay. Finally, we see the Bhaskara just took that system. We'll see if they rebel against them or not. It's a little too close for comfort. I didn't want it. All right. I'm just going to check no nor research. So my research is at 763. Hasn't really gone up much in a while. Not really thrilled about that. I do want to make sure I have enough. I have 25 exploration ships. It's a little lean. 15 construction. No, sorry, not construction ships. 23 construction ships. Oh, I left this guy in manual from way back. I remember that. I'm going to switch him to auto. Okay. Now looks like looks like these guys are about to take this independent. I know I'd been working on this and I kind of left it alone. So this is going to be right in the middle of my empire. I'm not going to be happy about that. In fact, it's a continental planet, so we may be at war with these guys very soon. Let's see if they actually take it. All right. So I'm going to build a colony ship to go here. And then just park it here once it gets here. Not do what I did before. In the unlikely event that they're not ready to invade it yet. Let's see, the guys have no troops here, so I don't think it'll make it. But I'll send my colony ship there and maybe try to take this out from under them. I think, yeah, they don't like us enough here. I don't think it's possible. But we'll see what we can do. And if not, I'll have an extra colony ship laying around, which I'm going to need anyway. All right, third fleet is probably oh, no, it's still on its way to its destination. Second fleet, I was going to move it out to the edge of my empire here. I'm not going to now. Although an interesting little tactic would be to kind of bully these guys out of here. Right? I mean, I could start a shooting war. Yeah, I'm going to send second fleet here just to see what happens. Looks like there's two people waiting to do the same thing. Let's just move here. This looks like an interesting hotspot. All right, I'm going to go check on that other colony that I should have more carefully colonized. Sloppy with here. Let's see if they'll talk to me yet. Nope. Yeah, next fall. Okay. Yeah, look at this. So there's the Xenox Dominion. We've got the Arax territory here. All looking to take this planet or fight over this planet. Very interesting. Wow, they're just all appearing. I don't think these guys are at war with them. Let's see who these guys are at war with, if it says. Yep, nobody. And they don't even look angry at the... they're displeased with the Xenox domain. Okay. All right, so this is going to be really interesting here. We've got our second fleet approaching here to make it even more interesting. Wow, that's a lot of ships. This is... Yeah, I probably should invade this. That's the problem. I know I'm going to take a huge hit, but I really need to invade this. So I'm going to go back to my home. They have no troops on there, really. Okay. And I'm going to start building some... I'm going to pause the game for a second. I'm going to build some troop transports, which I don't think we have. I don't need to design it myself. You could. So I'm going to go back to my capital here. And I've got a fair amount of troops. I'll build a few more here. And let's build some troop transports. I think I researched technology. Yeah, they're small, so I'm going to need a lot of them. But actually, I won't need too many at all, depending on the population. So maybe I'll just build like, I don't know, 10. Now, again, I'm going to go, I've done this before with you. I'm going to go to ships. I'm going to filter by troop transport. I'm going to grab them all. Right, click, shift, click. I'm going to create a new fleet. I'm going to call it First Invasion. Oops, I lost it. There it is. All right, load them with troops and see if we can get there before all this, before that colony gets it's taken over by one of those other two empires. I would hate to have that sitting right in the middle of my nation here. Second fleet's on the way. I don't know what they're going to do. Shooting, I don't think we could win a shooting war there either. I'm not sure. Okay, found some research. I didn't look to see where it is. Let's see. Yeah, it's probably not reachable, or it's in somebody else's, somebody else's empire influence. All right, so one of the things I like to do is once in a while check here, see if I can negotiate a base if we share space somewhere. Let's see here. Nope. Yeah, these four. 1, 2, and these unknown bases. That'd be interesting. So I'm going to give them some money for this. There we go, 35,000. So I just picked up 4 bases, maybe expanded my influence a little bit. Yeah, it's too easy to do that, right? Particularly once money is good. It's too easy to do that. By the way, I need to check back here and make sure I'm not having... Yep, there it is. Get rid of this, scrap that. Okay, rest are still working on it. Here come my troop transports. Hopefully this won't happen soon enough and I could do this. Pull this off and make all my people angry at me. Such a pacifist. Yeah, this is interesting. I wonder if I'm having fuel problems here. Let's go back to the spaceport and take a look at the resources. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we are having a Castellan problem. That's interesting. I usually don't. So we are having a fuel problem because this is my home, right? This is right at my home. So that's interesting. So I have to really reconsider some things. I will think about that. Of course, what I can do very easily is there is a fuel, Castellan mining in my home system. I do remember that. And so I'll just move my ships there to refuel them. But still, interesting problem I usually do not have to face. Okay, hyperdrive's almost ready. Yep, that's a new guy. We'll take protection from that. Okay, my troop transports are all done. I'm just going to pause the game. Double click. Tell them to grab. And by the way, this may have fuel. It has very little fuel. Okay, not much. So I'm going to tell them to grab all they can. Load troops. And then we'll refuel them somewhere else in this system. All right, so they're going to start grabbing fuel. Grabbing troops. There they are. You can see them loading up. All I have is infantry here. Okay, it's fall, by the way, so I can grab that other... Really, that's it? Oh, they're still picking them up. Okay. That might not be enough. 1,400. It's a small colony. We might be able to pull it off. All right. Anyway, I'm going to pause the game and I'm going to go back to the colony we almost picked up, right? I think it was this one. Yeah. And I'm going to bribe them. Not going to fool around this time. Go the maximum, probably more than I needed. And I'm going to colonize. What are these guys doing? This is the Hakunish Alliance. Okay. All right, so we're about to get this colony here. Okay, we got it. So I'm going to build a spaceport here. And by the way, this made my people happy, which makes more money for me. All right, I'm going to put the spaceports right over here. All right, good. So that's taken care of. The other thing I want to go back and look at is my troop transports. Did they pick up all the possible troops? I think they did. Let's see. Yeah, no, there's one more there. Maybe it's just coming. Yeah, no, there's one more. Maybe they can't fit. No, they can fit them. This will be... I've never done this with this 14 infantry, with this few number of troops, but I'm kind of in a rush here because I think they're going to take it. Okay, so I think they did. There it is. Okay, so we have 15 infantry, 2,000 strength. I'm going to go invade. If it's still there, I haven't even looked. Yeah, it's still there. No one's taken it over yet. Or am I wrong? No. Okay, I'm going to move here. Wow, there's a lot of stuff going on here. I'm going to move here. Let's let the game run. Okay, so continental planet here. Right, the best people would grab would be human or Ikkuro. It doesn't matter which. So I brought Ikkuro. All right, so they're on their way. Second fleet should be on their way if they're not already here. Let's see. Yeah, I think I see them right there. Second fleet. They're on their way. Okay, I think some of them are already here. Yeah. Yeah, if I double click on second fleet. There's our admiral. Oh, they're here. Oh, they're there. Okay, good. All right, let me non-aggression treaty. That's great. Excellent. We met another AI, the Mortalins. Okay, people are happy. All right, let's see. Why are they not here? Didn't I tell them to go here? Let's take a look. All right, it's going to be a mess here. Let's hope we can conquer this. They have no troops, so I think we're good. The population is small enough that should be... I think we'll be able to conquer them with what I have. So as soon as first invasion gets here, we're going to take this. Wow, look at this. I don't know what they're doing here. It looks like they're ready to invade, but they've got troops. I don't know what they're waiting for. But I'm glad they're waiting. I mean, I hope it's still here by the time I get back. By the time my fleet gets here. Okay, we've got the new hyperdrive technology. I would normally be upgrading my ships right now, but I'm too preoccupied with everything going on here. Okay. Now I'm really, right, I need more fleets, and I have plenty of money too, so I'm really, really not playing this smart. I need to be building more ships. I need to be spending more on, well, I am on defense here. As soon as I go through all these, I will start getting more weapons. All right. So actually, I'll pause the game here. One thing I want to do is change my tech, right? So if you remember that weapon I've been trying to get to. So if I go to weapons here, yeah, this is at the focused fusion projection. Okay, that's my unique weapon. And then eventually the improved version. So I want to get here. So in order to do that, I've got to go back to my reactors here. And I think this one will work. Now, I'm working on, I currently have this one selected because it was kind of rushed a little bit, but I'm actually going to get rid of that. And here's why. If you look at the fusion physics here, it uses a lot less Caslon, right? This is on the bottom right here. Fuel to energy ratio, 1.444, as compared to the one I was working on, which is 1.821. And because I've got such a fuel issue, at least at my home and in general, as I expand pretty quickly, I'm going to actually go with this. It's going to put out less energy output. That's okay. I'll deal with that. And of course, now that I have that selected, if I go back to weapons, I think I missed it. If I go back to weapons, here we go. Now I can pick this weapon I was so excited about, right? So I don't know if it's going to be good, but it's part of my race, so I have to play this. And I'm curious. Let me just see. Can I select the next version? I can, the improved version. So even though that's a tier, it looks like 5, I want to get much, much better weapons, right? And because they're version 2 here, they'll upgrade automatically. So I can start designing ships as soon as I get these fusion beams. And then the other ones will kick in. Now they've got a range about 1,300 here, except for the large one, which is 1950. That's pretty short. So I'm going to have to change some of the stances of my fleets here. It's got an armor bypass of plus 40%. I'm not a big fan of that either. That's just like my torpedoes. But we'll see. We'll see how it does. And then the last thing I want to do is move these guys up, right? I'm sick of waiting for better weapons here. Let's see if they won't move up. Oh, because I need this up, right? I need that up to the top. So I'm going to let enhanced maneuvering finish. And then I'm going to move this up and then finally this up. Okay. Yeah, they're all independent. They're all dependent on each other. So that's why I can't go ahead of that. All right. And I do want the shield recharge. Definitely better shields is going to help me. And of course, long range sensors. I'm blind without it. Okay, so let's hope that all gets done quickly. All right, if you remember, we're just about to, I hope, take this place. Let's take a look at my fleets. First invasion fleet's on its way. Okay, let's unpause the game. I'm going to go to 2 times speed. Second fleet has already arrived here, as you can see, or actually third fleet is there. Let's see, who's there? Yeah, third fleet is there. Okay. Well, second fleet is definitely there. I don't know about third fleet. Okay. We made another pirate. We'll pay that protection. All right, here comes my new, the fusion reactor first and then my new weapons. Now, as I said, I've got a ton of money here. I'm making a ton per month. I'm definitely going to crash this program. I don't think it'll be too much. Yeah, 131,000. We can deal with that. Okay, good. So let that crash program. So now it's down to 1.52 years. Doing really well with money here. Checking my colonies again. Looks good. We've got the biome facility here. Oh, there's another one I got to get rid of. Okay, so this one's finished. Good. All right, those guys are at war. All right, looks like my invasion fleet is just about to arrive. I hope this 2,000 strength is enough to take these guys. I think it might be. All right, let's start zooming in. They'll be there soon. Okay, they've arrived. I'm going to double click on them. Zoom in. Nobody else has taken this yet. That's great news. All right, let's see. Again, I'm going to take a penalty here. I'm not supposed to be an aggressive race, but too bad, right? Okay. Yep, negative reputation impact. Here it goes. We're invading. Let's take a look at the battle here. Yeah, we've only got 2 troops down. Oh, there we go, 1,000. This should be quick and easy. Okay, we've got our generals down there. Okay, great. Taking it. And we got a tech during here, which was advanced logistics. Okay, that's going to help maintenance on my troops. Great. Great. Okay. So, zoom out for a second, take a look. I was so afraid that these guys would, one of these other empires would take this right in the middle of my empire. This is great. It's a continental planet. Now, the people that are on there, right, the Beskara are not great for this planet. So I'm going to actually tell them to resettle somewhere else. All right. And yeah, and I've got, what did I put here? I forget what I put. What else did I land here? Oh, I didn't land. That's right. It's invasion. So it's just Beskara. So I really want my humans to come here. Continental planet. Yeah, so let's hope that happens. Otherwise, it's going to be a big negative for a long time. As you can see, it's minus 17,000 right now. So I'm taking a huge hit here, but over time, this will get better. Obviously, I'm going to build two things here. I'm going to build the administration center, and then I'm going to terraform it. Okay, and that'll also give me a hit for a while. All right, great. I'm going to station Second Fleet, which I think is already here. I'm going to station them here. Just keep these guys safe. Let's refuel. Let's build a small spaceport here. All right, let's let the game run. Yep, they're gone. They're not interested anymore. Okay, there's the famous destroyer there. Oh, no, he's not that famous. Okay. And I'm going to set their home base to be the spaceport. They've got fuel for now. I may automate them and put them on defend for now. All right. Yeah, I think that's good. All right, great. Now, the only thing is, did anybody else? Oh, I think only I had bases in this system, right? So every once in a while, I like to check and see if anybody else, right, is ready to negotiate with me for any other bases that they may share a system with me. I don't see any. Yeah, that's good. Okay, good. All right, I think we're going to stop here. So just to recap, we took this independent. We're now hurting for cash. I mean, we're still okay, but our cash flow is only 11,000 right now. Quick check for research. We're at 790, 656 out of 790. Again, as I've mentioned many, many times, you could manually take control of this, but that's pretty close to almost 100%. I'm very happy with that. It'll quickly get up there again. Last check for new mining resource. Locations were good. Well, we're almost. Yeah. And of course, Castellan is our big issue, as you discovered. So we want to definitely make sure we're getting every Castellan location, even if it's pretty far away, which these are. All right, good. So we don't have any wars. We do have, right, we have a fleet at Devlin, which is way up here. That's where the, in fact, actually, let me see if they can refuel. I don't know if they can, right? I don't think there's any fuel here. But this is where the Hive was. They're gone now. A little bit surprised they haven't shown up again. So I've got Third Fleet stationed here in the upper left corner of my empire. I've got Second Fleet here. I'm definitely going to build a new fleet soon. I'm just going to let this technology run a little bit before I design some new ships, because I want to use my focused fusion projection weapons, the fusion beams. I want to re-equip my ships with that. And then I'm going to, after all those techs are done, I'm going to start researching cruisers, I think. I want to get some very strong ships. And I want to start specializing in different hulls. The only thing that kind of upsets me a little bit is that the other empire near me took this right near my home here. So that might be a target for me in the future. I'm sure I took a rep hit. You can see this pretty badly. Minus 42.7. That's a huge rep hit for invading an independent colony. But I'm okay. Money-wise, research-wise, I'm okay. Happiness isn't too bad. This will, of course, improve each year, 1.5 per year. It'll happen pretty quick. And I've got some positives that are helping balance that off right now. Okay, so nice little 1 hour of expansion. We're well on our way with techs. We've got some good research going on. I'm in a good place. My fleets are a little bit weak. I only have 2 major fleets, although they are strategically located to react anywhere I need them to. Right? These guys are refueling somewhere already outside of where I put them. But I'm definitely going to build more. As soon as these techs come in, I'm going to definitely build some more fleets and be a little bit more ready for any of these empires. I'm sure someone's going to attack me soon. I put everything on chaotic, if you remember when we first did the game, set up the game. So I got to be ready. I'm definitely not ready. Any particular invasion, but hopefully I'll make it until then. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll put another episode out very soon.